Alright, so I'm back with two more unboxings. We'll start with this one. We'll do a separate video for the other one. So this book, let's see what I got here. This book, this is the one. So the character that first appears in this book, I didn't really know about, and it wasn't until the Birds of Prey series in the 2000s that I first came across her. And at first I thought that she was just an update on an old Golden Age character. I didn't know that she'd actually appeared in the Golden Age, and she was already not, I guess, an established character. And I wanted to get her first appearance because I really liked her in Birds of Prey. Would love for her to actually come back in the current DCU. This book is a little rough shape. It's about a 4 or 5, but that seems to be the average grade on these. Now I did find a nice high grade, but it's very expensive, and I'd rather use that money for something else than this book. For right now, this will be a placeholder, and if that other book comes down in price, I'll snag it, but for right now, this will have to do. This is Blackhawk number 133, and this is the first appearance of Lady Blackhawk. And like I said, it's got a lot of damage right here on the spine. It's got some creases on the cover down at the bottom. So it's about a 4 or 5, roughly. Now I was looking at a book, same exact grade, and it was going for about $4.50, or that's what they wanted for it. This I got for, I think, like $120, so $120. I had a bid in on it, and then I was just watching an auction, not thinking I was going to get it, because one came up, a graded copy came up and went for, I think, maybe $3.50. And I kind of jumped off of it just because it wasn't that great of a deal. But when this one came up and nobody was bidding on it, I think it was me and one other person maybe, it got to that 110 mark or whatever it was, and then maybe it was $100 or something with the premiums and everything. It came to like 120. I threw a bid in and nobody bid against me, and I got it. So like I said, for right now, it'd be a great placeholder. At least I have a copy. And maybe once I'm done 2026, this might jump on my 2027 want list. And I may go ahead and go after that high grade copy. But we'll see. But nice little book. I said she was a great character in Birds of Prey, and I thought she was a new character that DC had created for Birds of Prey. And they were kind of like just using her to keep like the Blackhawk name going. And establishing like a history with Blackhawk, because she was pulled from the past and brought up into the current Birds of Prey. The other thing I liked about, there's a couple good books in Blackhawk that I want. There's a Captain Shark, or Shark Captain or something, is a bad guy. He was actually a main protagonist against Lady Blackhawk in the Birds of Prey series. And there's a couple other guys. There's the Black Panther character. No, that's Kid Colt. There's another character that debuts in Blackhawk that was Crazy Quilt. Crazy Quilt debuted in Blackhawk. I'm gonna get that copy. I'm gonna get that Shark, King Shark, Captain Shark, whatever the hell his name is. I'm gonna get that one. There's a couple other bad guys I want to pick up. I already had a Blackhawk cover. I think it's a quality Blackhawk comics, not a DC comic, in my collection. I picked up real cheap. I think I got like $14 for it. It's like near mint. But this is one that I actively actually wanted. It's a bummer about the spine. I really wish this would have been like a 6. I would have spent more money on it if it was a 6. But like I said, I'm kind of happy just to have it. This just seems to be the average grade on these. It's about a 4.550. So just another one to add to the collection. I'll put it in a Mylar. Hopefully it'll look better in a Mylar. But we'll be moving on to the next box. Stay tuned.